Hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. So Bitcoin did go up further today to the top of the resistance area. So far we have no sustained break of the target area. This is now really a make or break point. It's getting highly interesting. Why is that the case? Well, it's the case because we have off the low here. We have a three-wave move to the upside. So as I said in the previous video, this could just be a high B wave. I've put the B wave scenario that we are still in a correction into the orange wave count. So the assumption in this scenario would be that we rallied in 5 waves here into the 14th of March. We then came down in an A wave. We're rallying now in a B wave, but this really needs to be over in this scenario now. We have 3 waves off the low, A, B, C, and we could now come down in 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the key scenario we talked about in the previous video, that we can very much still consider this scenario valid, even though, and that's what I explained I think in the previous videos as well, typically in a wave 2, and this would be a wave 2, you don't get those overshooting B waves so often. It's normally something that happens very often in a wave 4, not really so much in a wave 2. So yeah, it's still possible, but you know, it's one of the difficult ones. I only really consider it because the way down here, I mean, we really only touched that support area in yellow. I mean, not even, I think we missed it by $50. So because the move down was a little bit too shallow to be an ideal wave 2, I consider that we haven't finished wave 2. That's still a possibility for many altcoins as well. So that's still the possibility. Again, just bearing in mind that in such a wave 2 correction, such a scenario is unlikely normally. But we have 3 waves up and it's now make or break. So it rallied into the maximum resistance that I highlighted, 27,550. It's the maximum resistance that you can get for this overshooting B wave. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have seen overshooting B waves that did overshoot higher, especially in crypto. But again, it's also rare. So all we have, we can only move in this space by looking at probabilities. But in the textbooks, it typically refers to the 1.38 Fib retracement. Okay, so that's one scenario. If that's the scenario, we need to come down now. And we have another scenario as well. I already talked about that, I think, in the previous video, already updated the channel members about that as well on Telegram and Discord. And that's the scenario that actually the wave 1, which we have here, actually finishes up here. And that the move of the 14th of March low or 15th of March low was actually a 5-wave move, but we're still missing the 5th wave. So 1, 2, 3, now we could do the 4 and then a 5. That could take us sort of into the high 28, 29K region. But we need one more wave. And then we can say that we actually have completed the wave 1 up here. And we had only 3 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Possible as well. You can count the move of the 10th of March low as a 5-wave move or as a 3-wave move. There are unfortunately 2 possibilities, and that gives it quite a bit of a complexity. But yeah, and if that's the case, we get one more high, as I said, into this region. And if that's the case, the price should now hold. Let me just go from this low. The price needs to hold the $26,040 level. If it goes below that in this wave 4, I can't really call it a wave 4 anymore. And then it would put more likelihood on the C wave. So I hope that's clear. And these are really the 2 main scenarios we're watching here. I mean, that Bitcoin is already in a 3rd wave breakout. Basically, wave 1 finished here, wave 2 finished here on the 15th of March, and that we're now in the 3rd. Look, that's possible as well. But then we need the 5 waves up as well. Okay, so and then we would come down and correct this wave 1 anyway off the third wave. So again, if we get 5 waves up, we see a stronger retracement anyway. And in the B wave scenario, we will probably get back into the yellow area anyway. So there should be a decent pullback coming shortly. Not yet. I don't have any sign that a deeper pullback has started yet, but it's just sort of something we need to talk about. What else is there to mention? Not much. I mean, if we zoom out, the scenario hasn't changed at all. Yeah, the idea is still that we can rally here in this 5-wave move to the upside, taking us into the 30K region, maybe even higher. That hasn't changed at all with the wave 1. Maybe wave 2 finished. Maybe it will come down a little bit lower. That's from this perspective absolutely irrelevant. And then we have a 3 up, a 4 down, and a 5 up. So very simply, as long as, and that's still relevant, as long as 21,050 holds the key support, this 1-2 setup is valid and we can move higher. How it's doing that, that's a completely different question. That's up to the analysis on the lower time frame. But as I said, the trend is up. I've seen a few people who shorted, failed. Again, the trend is up. I mean, anybody who's shorting, just be aware. I mean, you can obviously short on the lower time frame, but the trend is up. Okay, so trade, yeah, it's what it is. So yeah, I'd just generally be extremely careful with shorting in an uptrend. It's in crypto can be absolutely merciless, on the way up. It's just pushing and pushing. So from that point of view, yeah, I mean, we had a nice entry here. Here, unfortunately, didn't really touch the area, which annoys me a bit. That's why I consider still another low, but I'm not telling you it will definitely happen. What you need to be aware of is the key pivot points, so 27,550 and to the downside 21,050, and above 27,550 further upside is possible into the, let's call it 29K region in an alternative wave 1. And at some point we have to, depending on the price action, we can look at the third wave. Yeah, but the price action for me doesn't fully confirm the third wave yet. That would be really, really a rocket start. But we'll see how it develops over the weekend. But it seems like it could get another wave 4 weekend. Yeah, so again, every weekend seems to be wave 4. So if this is going to play out now as a wave 4, I mean, be ready. That could take throughout Saturday, maybe into Sunday. It is what it is. Every weekend, for some reason, the market always finds a way to push a wave 4 in here. But yeah, that's where we are. And that's my update about Bitcoin. So I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.